What's up, everybody? Welcome back into the Daily Dose of Sports and Jacko's Sports and Cards. Tonight, we're going to be watching the Thursday Night Football game. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear my feed from the game?
Oh, I can hear you on my end.
Can you hear my game in the background? Like my game feed, the sound from the game?
Not really.
Okay, that's all right. So it's 49ers and Rams this evening. We've got Isaac Guerrero in at running back instead of Jordan Mason or Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, McCaffrey's been out for a couple weeks. And you know what? Believe it or not, the game just cut out again. So, actually, no, wait a minute. We might be good. My feed cut out for a minute. So we should be good on... Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Hopefully it'll be okay. What's your thoughts? What's your score prediction for this evening, for the game?
I'm going to think probably Rams are going to win this. Probably by it's probably be a close game like the Bills being the Rams, but the Rams are going to pull off the win.
Score projection?
Probably Rams 27, 49ers 24.
All right. That's pretty good. If you're in the chat, if you're watching, feel free to join us in the chat. Ask us questions, sports related if you want. We're not experts. We don't claim to be, but we at least know enough, I guess, about the NFL. He's probably the hockey and basketball guy. I just kind of watch baseball a little bit and NFL. But what's your thoughts on the Soto contract?
What contract?
Juan Soto.
Oh, Juan Soto, yeah. I like the contract. Glad he's not going to the Yankees, but very sad the Red Sox could not pull him down. They offered him a 12-year, $600 million contract, so that's not even really close to what the Mets offered.
The Red Sox did?
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. That's surprising.
Yeah, so at least they tried to get him.
Yeah.
I'm so sad the Red Sox because they just traded away. They didn't trade away. They released Tyler O'Neill and Danny Jansen, and then unfortunately, we failed a good pick. Yeah, we got him, but we traded away our top prospects.
Kyle Teal.
Yeah.
I had his autograph. I had 2 of them. I met him last year in Reading. Nice guy. He signed a lot of cards. My game feed's refreshing, so you might just have to do the entire game side of it. I might never actually get to see the game. Although I guess I can pull the play-by-play up if I really wanted to of on fantasy. I guess that would work too. We'll figure it out. But who do you think? Do you think either one of these teams still has a chance at the playoffs?
Only the Rams. I think Rams can have a chance as a wild card seed or a division leader, but I think 49ers, I think they're done. But if they win, they're back in the race.
The Niners?
Yeah, because they'll have tied with the Rams.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Stays the same size. Get an Airbnb. Get room for everyone.
That's one of my channel's biggest fans. You got to subscribe to, you know who you are, but you got to subscribe to the Daily Dose of Sports too, Nick. Thank you for watching. We should have him on as a guest. I wonder if we could figure that out. That might not be the greatest idea.
Right.
But yeah. So how you liking Drake May and the Patriots? You think they have? I think they're probably eliminated from the playoffs, but
we've been eliminated since like week 10.
Yeah.
But all I care about is just losing. I want Travis Hunter so bad. Currently, ESPN. ESPN did project us to get Travis Hunter. All I need is Giants Raiders to stay in front of us. That's it. All we need. We keep losing. We need teams like the Titans and Jaguars to at least win enough to be underneath us.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was just asking somebody today about a fellow Broncos fan on who he thinks will draft. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, I thought um, uh, I don't know as far as our draft pick. I think we'll probably pick if they make the playoffs. It'll probably be um, a lower pick, which I literally don't care if we have to get. I mean, I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl this year, but if we get the 32nd overall pick, I mean, that'd be pretty nice. But you never know. Maybe in a couple years, I think Knicks could lead us there, but um, I don't think that'll be this year. But who do you think, as of now? Um, I think it's third down. Yeah, is it third down for you as far as the Rams? Rams on third
I
down.
think so. Let me see. Um, it's 4th and 3 right now. They're about to punt it. The Rams.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I'm like half a play behind. All right. What do you think? I do have as far as the fans of fantasy, if anyone's out there caring about fantasy, I have Garendo started tonight. I have him over. I started him over Kenny Walker. So hopefully I didn't make a mistake. I thought that I have Charbonnet too. So Charbonnet went off last week. Um, and thankfully I had him on my bench because Kenny was out. But I hope that I don't make the mistake of starting Grendo over Kenny Walker, and Walker has a big game. But we'll see. That's the risk you take. First round of playoffs, and you
Yeah.
just kind of have to decide and hope you pick the right players. It's amazing how one player can ruin your matchup. But you have any fantasy teams in the playoffs at all? Did you have a good year?
Um, I didn't really do fancy. I was just more just general managing the league that we were in. But
Mm-hmm.
my team, I had a pretty good team. I drafted Caleb Williams, J.D. Daniels, Marvin Harrison, and Malik Neighbors. I was trying to get an all rookie class, knowing that
There you go.
no one would try to go after them.
Yeah, that's smart. That league that we're in together, I don't know. I think it's been okay, but I think I've done all right. I'm not sure what my record is, but I
Yeah,
think I've done okay in it.
you finished like second place for our
No,
league.
that's good. Nice. Man, I feel bad for CMC. I think I saw him in the booth. I don't think. I wonder if he'll come back. I mean, I hope. Obviously, he has the whole off season and stuff to get better, but I don't know how much longer he'll be able to sustain um, the as far as like the leg injuries and stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be. Um, but I think it's just I couldn't imagine him trying to work through everything and come all the way back. I'm looking
Yeah,
at the list. Ayuk, Javon Hargrave, Mason, McCaffrey, Mitchell, Mustafa, Trent Williams, and Wisnowski. That's the Niners injury list.
yeah.
That's probably half their starters.
Not wishing,
Um,
yeah, not wishing ill for the 49ers, but I think I kind of deserved it. He was just on a big contract standoff. I felt like he was never gonna
yeah,
get, and then he gets kicked off by an injury.
yeah. I don't think I. I think that's a good point. I don't know why they really paid him. I feel like that was kind of a not really a mistake, but I mean he's. I feel like Debo's a better player in some ways. Just as far as like the receiving, obviously Debo's older.
Yeah,
But wouldn't you think that you would want to pay? Um, I guess the younger player makes sense. But the I guess the better player might make a little bit more sense. Um,
yeah.
but no, you said I think I interrupted you, but you said Travis or Travis Hunter. Do you think he would play both ways?
I think he would. I mean, I don't think we've had a player play two ways since Deion Sanders.
Yeah. So like coach, like player.
Mm.
Maybe that would be like
Yeah, I
coach,
think
like player, where he would go both ways. I doubt it though. That's like, I mean, Otani and I actually saw. Speaking of two-way players, but um, the Royals prospect, Jack, I think it's Jack Caglione, I believe is how you say it.
Hmm.
He's a two-way player. I believe he's a first baseman and a pitcher. So he's a Royals prospect. Um, so unfortunately, I won't be able to see him at all at Reading or Harrisburg. Um, but that's pretty cool. I guess he's going to try to be the next Otani, I would assume. Um,
Yeah.
but oh man, that was a whole wow. Okay.
The one thing I was thinking, like, baseball wise, someone wanted to try to get out to 2026 All Star game, which will be in Philly. That's
Oh
what.
yes. Yep. I've had that on my calendar for ever since they scheduled it back in probably 2018 or 19. I'm hoping to go to that too. So there you go. Our next live stream, live from the 2024 or 2026 MLB All Star Games.
Yeah.
We'll do the hopefully by then. We actually have another channel that we haven't, um, for the lack of a better term, we haven't really put much time into, unfortunately yet. Oh man, Purdy just got sacked. Um, but it's it's what the Pro Sports Bros, or I think it's what the Pro Sports Bros, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully within the next couple months or so, you guys will be able to see that. Um,
Yeah.
and we'll maybe, you never know, maybe we'll be on the field reporting. I highly doubt it, but
Yeah. I mean, just hold on to your money for over a year and a half.
what?
Yeah, I was just saying, we just save the money,
Oh
and
yes, for the tickets to get on the field. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I hope to go down to the home run derby too. That'd be really cool. And the futures game.
that's cool.
Um, that'd be nice. Make a weekend out of it, or a week. I guess that would probably be a Sunday night, Monday, and then Tuesday. All Star game's always on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Have you ever been to an All Star game at all?
I have not.
I wonder how expensive they'd be.
I think they're probably like hundreds of thousands, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me check. Let me
I was
see if
trying
I
to go.
can.
Actually, I was trying to go out to the Army Navy game, but like, I think like in October, the tickets were like cheapest tickets were like $500.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So it's July 2026. It'll be on Fox. Um, man, I keep seeing Belichick around. That's terrible. They just
I
showed him
want to
on
try to
there.
go out to see one of Belichick's game. The closest
Out
that he'll be will be in Syracuse.
okay, that's not that far. They pulled some up. They pulled off some upsets. As far as the playoff last few seasons, I remember making a couple shorts of Syracuse upsetting some pretty
Yeah, I think
tough
they beat.
schools.
I think they beat UNLV, Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and
Miami was one of them, I think.
they're gonna be in the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. That's like their.
Okay, that's cool. Nice. So, what do you think? What are your thoughts? It's on commercial, at least for me. But what do you think as far as the college football playoff? Let's go through that. I'm gonna look it up and see the bracket real quick, and we'll see
Yeah,
each matchup.
yeah. Wait, wait.
Okay.
But still think it was the right choice for Alabama to get kicked out.
Agreed.
Florida State was probably laughing to themselves as that happened.
Agreed. I'm glad Bama's out. I saw that Cortland Sutton and Pat Surtain were going at it. Not really like physical or whatever, but because Surtain went to SMU and or sorry, no, Sutton went to SMU and Surtain went to Alabama, so they were uh, I guess arguing about the game
Yeah,
one or who
but
was there and stuff.
with the 12-team bracket, I was like there are a lot of teams like this is their first time ever in the playoffs. Like Texas, Arizona State, Tennessee, SMU, Penn State, Boise State, Indiana. This is all their first times in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
think it'll be
excited.
nice to see the 12 teams. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it. I think Penn State has a pretty good
I hope so.
route to the playoff.
I've seen Penn State struggle this year against other teams.
Against lesser teams, or
Yeah, you guys almost lost early in the year to Bowling Green, but you guys survived that
yeah,
locally.
you're right. I think
So
we'll
hopefully,
see as far as Penn State goes. People are saying they have the easiest road, but I don't know what's going to happen. I think if any coach can lose a game to a team like SMU, it would be James Franklin. I don't hate him, but I really am not a huge fan of his because it's like every time, like the Ohio State game,
hmm
they could have won that game, but he doesn't know how to coach. He doesn't know how to call plays. And then the play where, or no, what was it? It was first and goal, I think, and they threw it. I think 3 or 4 times. I'm pretty sure it was. That was just so stupid. And then
hmm
other than that, against Oregon, that in the fourth quarter, they had a chance to sustain a drive and tie the game, and all they did was throw a pass on like second down, and then they ended up having, or no, Aller threw a pick. And it's just I don't understand why he doesn't know how to call plays at this point. I heard somebody say like, has he never played Madden? Like you know not to do that in those situations. Just
yeah.
and obviously Madden's not.
Did
Obviously, it's a little bit different, but
yeah. Did you see it? Penn State released their schedule for next year.
no.
They did. So they have. They don't play. I think their big game. They're hosting Oregon this next year,
Okay.
and then I could also get to host Villanova, which I'm excited to see about that.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. They're playing.
Villanova is like an FCS school.
Okay.
I can go, but my connections at Villanova, I can go to a football or whatever sport game I want to whenever.
That's cool. Nice. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but they're
So we'll have to stay tuned for contract for that or content from that.
yeah.
Um. So I guess we kind of talked about. So you think Penn State could get upset by SMU?
I will. It's not. I think it's. I know that it can happen. The only other reason I feel like Penn
I
State
agree.
and SMU are kind of the same. I think SMU. They almost. I think they could have nearly beat Clemson.
Yeah. I think that was such an unfortunate way to lose. Just with the walk-off field goal, I was watching that, and then we turned back to the Penn State game for a minute, and it just went from them being ahead and winning to SMU coming all the way back and tying it, and then next thing we
Yeah.
knew, it was an SMU victory, and I was just like, or no, Clemson won. But yeah, no, that was crazy to walk that off. That kicker's got to be pretty happy.
I mean, if you
It's
guys
almost good.
So if you guys win, you also get to play Boise State. Boise State's only thing on their team is Ashton Genty. That's pretty much
Yes, and Penn State's played well against the run this year. So
yeah.
I
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
that their quarterback is leaving the school.
who
Boise State's quarterback, he's
okay
leaving,
transferring.
and
Maybe I'll
then
go play with Belichick.
yeah, and then I think Ashton Genty's probably gonna end up in the NFL draft, and I believe that he'll probably get picked by Dallas. That's the team that he'll play.
Oh yes, yeah. Okay, that's a good pick. I didn't think of that. It is raining now in San Francisco. I thought it never rains in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's
We've had some bad weather games the last couple weeks as far as Thursday and Monday night football games.
Yeah.
Like the snow game last week in Denver was pretty nice and Monday night, but there's been some pretty sloppy games. The Buffalo game that wasn't a Thursday, but the Buffalo. Who did
San
they play
Francisco.
when they? Yeah, that's right. So the 49ers playing some bad weather. But no, I heard. Speaking of Genty, I was just the same Broncos fan. I thought we were saying that we wouldn't be shocked if we would take him. I think, like I was saying, we might be middle of the pack as
Mm-hmm.
far as the draft goes. So let me look up the draft real quick.
I think a surprise pick I think that they'll potentially do is draft Tyler Warren from Penn State.
Denver.
Yes.
Yep,
I don't see him.
that's a
They
good
don't have
idea.
a tight end. I feel like that if they were to get a tight end, that could really help some needs.
Yep. Yes, Nick's throwing it to Nick's throwing it to Warren would be great. I would love that. I thought about that too. That would be. I just told that guy. I said that would be a draft and buy his jersey right away. Because I'm looking to get another Broncos jersey. Obviously, you guys can see my Rookie of the Year,
Yeah. Well.
Bo Nix. No, Jaden Daniels isn't gonna win. We're gonna end it right now if you think Jaden Daniels is gonna win. Which I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm just kidding. Like I wouldn't be shocked if they give it to him, just because he's a better story or whatever. But I mean, Nix has played well.
I think Bo Nix, if they can beat the Chiefs, and go
Yeah.
to the playoffs, have a win or two, then
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say that it would be in my best favor for him winning it.
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree.
then defensive MVP, I'd probably for Rookie of the Year for defensive, it's probably Jared Verse. That's like
And he's on the Rams, right?
yeah.
Okay.
He's also like the only defensive player I've actually seen play.
Yeah, you're right.
Next Thursday, Broncos and Chargers.
Yes, I know. That's gonna be a nice game.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking at the NFL draft order. So we've got Giants, Raiders, Patriots. I saw somewhere that Shador Sanders is going to go number 1 to the Giants. I've heard multiple people saying that they don't think he's worth it and that he's going to be like a bust.
I think he is too. Even I like Colorado, big fan of them, but I think he will be a bust.
Which would just be really unfortunate for Giants fans. And I think I also saw him say that he doesn't want to play. He does not want to be a New York Giant. I think, as far as I know, I heard him say that.
I watched a video. Deion Sanders was with Anthony Pierce, the Raiders head coach, and he wanted to make sure to draft Shedder Sanders and his other son Shiloh Sanders.
Oh yes.
So,
believe it or not, I have a Madden franchise that I've been going and playing for probably this is like the 2031 season or whatever. So Arch Manning, Texas quarterback is my quarterback, and I have Shiloh Sanders on my bench as far as like a backup safety.
is this like Madden 25 or 24?
Madden 24. So yeah, I got it last year. I've been playing it. I won't go into any more detail because I know no one wants to hear about a random Madden franchise. But
I think quickly grab a cord quickly just for my device doesn't die. All right.
I wonder how we can add someone else in here. That's all right, though. Well, Garendo's at a solid 3. Does he have 3 yet? I think he's at like 5 points. It's not going to do it. He needs a touchdown. It would really stink if he lays an egg on the first game of the season. That would really stink. Or the first game of the week. Wow, he's got 4.20 points. How great was that? Not great. So okay. Raiders at 2.
Yeah, and the projected they said Cam Ward for them.
Oh yes, from Miami. I did see that.
I don't.
And then Travis Hunter,
Yeah,
and then the Panthers. Oh man, the Panthers need probably. Wow, they're one of their corners is a free agent after 25 or after this season. And J.C. Horn, their draft pick, he went in the same draft as Surtain, I believe. And then there's two other guys that are leaving after next year. So they're probably going to need some corner help. The Panthers need a lot of help. I feel bad for them.
yeah. Well, Bryce Dunn's been playing really well against. He did pretty well against the Eagles and the Chiefs.
Yes, I was hoping he would upset the Eagles. I know a lot of Eagles fans who think they're the greatest team in the world right now, and it's like
it's only Saquon Barkley that's helping them at this point.
exactly. Yes, I mean I think the defense is good, and like I'll give them credit. They've done well. They're a good team. I just think that they're the one-dimensional team, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because even the Chiefs at this point too. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about the doink, the blocked field goal against us, the false start against Tampa. I mean, it's pathetic how
yeah,
the referees. I mean, it's not even. They're not even trying to hide it. The refs at this point, they want the Chiefs obviously to win, and it's really not a hard thing to figure out. It's just unfortunate that people still think that like I always watch at work. We have the TVs up, and I always watch FS1. And there's somebody that's I think it's Nick, whoever the dude with the long black hair. I forget who he is. I forget. Yeah. Anyways, he's always doing like his quarterback tiers or whatever, and it's like, oh, who's climbing Mahomes Mountain this week? And it's like, no, like Josh Allen's playing as the best quarterback right now. Mahomes isn't, as of this year. Mahomes isn't even like a top, or as far as this year goes, like Mahomes hasn't even been like a top 10 quarterback most weeks, and the fact that they just keep getting rewarded for barely winning games, it just ticks me off so much. But I hope they lose in the playoffs. I've heard that if Denver can move up and if they flip flop with the Chargers, then I think, or the Chiefs lose the number one seed, we could go to Kansas City potentially in the playoffs. And I mean, the Broncos won that game against them, other than the last what 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what's your thoughts on the Chiefs?
I think that a lot of it's just rigged. There's no way that any team should have won. I mean, the Raiders, that was embarrassing to see.
Yeah, that was. I felt so bad for
I think like probably that game was kind of like it was pretty much the Bears and Lions game the day before, but on a much different level.
And you know what's really annoying? I actually put a video out on here that on the channel that you can tell, like, the Antonio Pierce said that he heard a whistle and it was a false start. Like if you watch the ref, he calls false start before the play. Therefore, as far as I know, once it's a false start, the play is dead, and they should have blown the play dead. But no, somehow it came into an illegal formation, and automatically gave the Chiefs the ball on the fumble recovery. And that's just, I mean, there's the fact that they're doing that is just really, really stupid. I think it's Taylor Swift. Obviously, the more Travis is featured, the more they can feature her. Just is what it is. But anyways, so who do you think, as far as the Super Bowl, if you had to pick the Super Bowl right now, I guess we could say that. I'm looking at I guess we never finished the the draft order. That's okay though, or the college football
Yeah.
playoff.
I was actually seeing it looks like ESPN's number one ranked player is Penn State player Abdul Carter.
Oh yes, okay, yep. To
He
go
got
number one.
yeah, he's number one. He got a
Really?
lot of
Wow.
he has a lot of defensive players up there. You got quite a few
But
Michigan players.
the quarterbacks will go first, I would assume.
Yeah. Um, I think I was just looking at quarterback wise, it's Shatter Sanders now, and then Cam Ward number 2, Quinn Ewers,
Oh
Jalen
yes, from
Milrow,
Texas.
Carson Beck, Garrett Nussmeier from LSU, Drew Aller from Penn State, and then Jackson Dart from Ole Miss.
This is all from for this draft class?
Yeah, which is a pretty
Wow.
stat, if you ask me.
Oh, I guess that's potential. Like Aller hasn't declared. I could see some of those guys going back. I know Jackson Dart's pretty good. They're not in the they're not in the playoffs. Why am I thinking Ole Miss is in?
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know as far as I would love to see Abdul Carter come back. I'm pretty sure he's a senior though, and so is Tyler Warren, I believe. Well, no, I know Tyler Warren is.
yeah, Dylan Carter.
Um,
I'm quickly looking at it right now, and he's a junior actually, so he could have one more year playing.
yes, but I assume he'll probably go. Now, if they would go far into the championship or win the championship, then I could see some of them coming back for one more run at it. But I
Yeah,
don't know as far as, I mean, if you want to go to the NFL and you're going to be a first round talent, that paycheck compared to um, another year in college, I would assume that they're probably going to go for the NFL game checks and stuff. So it is what it is. We'll see. Franklin's always a good recruiter. That's one thing he does well. So hopefully he'll get some good guys. They already probably have guys in the pipeline as far as recruits and stuff. Um, so I guess we should finish the bracket first. So Clemson, Texas, thoughts? Who and why? The winner, I guess.
Heisman.
No, I'm saying the games, the college football bracket. We never finished this
Oh,
as far as
so
matchups.
I
And
think
I'm not a really a college expert, so I'll pick your brain on this, I guess.
yeah, I've been watching a lot of college football this year because I think it's been a lot better to watch than the NFL. But I'd probably SMU versus Penn State. I think SMU has a good shot. They proved the ACC championship that they can compete on a level of all these good teams.
Yes.
And Penn State I've seen them struggle quite a bit. Then Indiana
Clemson.
versus yeah
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Indiana versus Notre Dame. I think Indiana has that one in the bag because Notre Dame's is pretty much just like Army. Their quarterback only rushes. If you watch, he'll rush the ball.
Okay.
Then for Tennessee versus Ohio State, I think Ohio State will win that game.
Unfortunately.
Then Clemson versus Texas, I think at the upset of Clemson winning because Texas looks so horrible against Georgia, and Clemson just kind of building off the hype from barely making it to a championship game to now barely making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think the winner of that's gonna smother Arizona State because there's no way they should have been there.
Yeah, I think just with Clemson, the fact that they gave up that many points in the second half for SMU to come all the way back. I don't really watch the game much, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
And as far as Arizona State is what conference ACC, right? So that was kind of like the um, I'm trying to think like the smaller conferences. I kind of look at it as like NFL divisions.
yeah,
So I guess that's kind of how they try to do it, like the four big conferences. But
yeah,
I don't know because you could argue that like an Ohio, like a Texas or an Ohio State or like another SEC school or even a Big Ten team could be better than whoever won the four conferences or whatever. Which I guess that's kind of that's kind of a I guess it's kind of a courtesy thing, and they'll probably tweak it as the years go on. So you said Indiana, right? So that would
Yeah.
mean Georgia, Indiana in the second round.
Yeah, I think Georgia has that one in the bag.
Okay.
If SMU versus Boise State, I
Really,
think.
even without Beck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
SMU versus.
then Boise
Yes,
State versus Penn State, right? That's what you said.
I actually think SMU versus.
I know. I'm just kidding. All
Yes,
right. So
I think SMU would be able to beat Boise State just because of Boise
wow,
State only power being there. And they've only,
running back.
and if you look back in the year, they've struggled quite a bit against some better teams out there. Their only losses from Oregon,
Okay.
and with that being said, I think SMU has better potential, and they would be able to beat Boise State. Then
Okay.
Oregon
Oregon.
versus Oregon,
Yeah.
Ohio State. Oregon has that one again.
And then Clemson over Arizona State, right?
Yes, I mean Oregon versus Clemson. So I think that Oregon would go to national championship,
And
and
then
then
Georgia, SMU.
Georgia's gonna have that. So then we have Oregon Georgia championship,
I
which
wouldn't
actually
like that.
I honestly don't know. I don't know who would win that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then what else did I say? What? Oh, the draft. Yes. Okay. So there's your college football playoff predictor.
Mhm.
So yeah, we talked about Giants, Raiders, Patriots, Panthers. So desperation, young, good pieces as far as the Patriots. And then pretty much dumpster fire. Sad that they don't have the number one overall pick.
I
Will
mean,
be the Panthers and the Browns probably.
yeah, but I feel like the Browns are gonna get a quarterback. That's who they're gonna. They wasted
And
everything they've ever had on Deshaun Watson. They got
yep,
rid of Baker Mayfield, and I'll see the fruits of
so
that
stupid.
labor.
Yeah. And then the Jets
I would say the Jets. I probably can
with
get.
with Aaron Rodgers still. He says he still wants to play. I think.
Yeah, I think
Oh man, Jennings
it's
just
gonna
dropped
be.
one.
I think it's gonna be defense. They're gonna look
Okay.
at.
I've
Um,
seen multiple clips of how bad Sauce Gardner is. People said he's better than Pat Surtain, but I think obviously some people don't know what they're talking about. And Travis Hunter was just named Defensive Player of the Year. Cam Ward got Offensive Player of the Year.
yeah. See, next is the Titans, and the Titans. I think ESPN's predictions right. They need a wide receiver, which is why they'll probably go McMillan from Arizona.
The who?
To Tyra McMillan from Arizona for Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee's having no receivers left and losing DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, Titans haven't. It's been tough for them to recover from that.
Yeah,
They have Calvin Ridley,
but that's
but
really it. There's no one else.
yeah, they don't really have. I mean, I love how people were saying like, oh, Tyjae Spears is going to be the one there, and then I don't think I had either one of those. I honestly thought the Chargers were going to be a committee, and they weren't really, but Dobbins kind of took over. But the to that point, the Titans have really been a committee. Um,
Yeah,
unless Pollard goes off. Pollard's had some good games. I had him on my bench for um, a couple games, and then I traded him away. You should see my fantasy roster. I'll talk
uh,
about that later. I have literally 2 players left that I drafted. My entire team has been completely revamped. I'm pretty proud of myself for how I've done it. So we have one vote. The Chiefs are for real. And okay, we'll see who else can vote. But yeah, no. So the rest of the draft: Jets,
Yeah.
Titans, Jaguars. Again, desperation. I hope Trevor Lawrence is okay. That was a dirty hit.
Yeah, but I'm at least glad that my quarterback Mac Jones gets some playing time.
Yep. And then Bears.
The Bears, I don't know what went wrong with them, but I think whatever.
Caleb Williams is overrated.
Yeah, I think whoever they get is gonna be helpful.
And then Saints, another team that's kind of they had a great start to the year. People were picking them to win the division and stuff, and now it's just kind of like, well, oh well.
Yeah, I think they also need a new quarterback. I think Derek Carr's not the way to go.
Yes, and he's hurt. Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler's out. Watching him play, I do not think that he can take over.
No, and that was I have him in Dynasty. I have Carr and Rattler. I actually just picked up Jay Kaner too, just so I could get him away from my other league mates. Oh man, Purdy just got hit. It's 3-0. We've had awful Thursday night games. Our last time we did it was Texans Jets, and that was 3-0 too, right? And then we missed the second half and we turned it off.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty good.
I'm trying to think. I might take like a 5-minute break or so, at halftime, but I'll do my best to get back on here. I should be able to get back on as far as the second half goes.
Yeah,
And I know you said as far as that dude, maybe we'll get on his stream this week. But other than that, at 11 we got the Bengals, another disappointment this year. Cornerback, wide receiver, tight end, running back, and tackle, offensive line. I've heard people say that they're going to trade Jamar Chase away.
I don't know. If they did that, I think it would be a bad move.
Yeah, I agree. And the Cowboys, who I love seeing lose, apparently Zach Martin is going to retire, so maybe they'll need, and then that says running back. So I know you said earlier Genti maybe to the Cowboys. And then the Dolphins, man, I hope the Dolphins, these two teams right now are my worst enemies. The Dolphins and the Colts. People
What do the
keep
Dolphins
saying
do? That you don't.
they're 13 and 14, so they're the two that are apparently on the barrier as far as the playoffs go, and we're trying to fight them off. So this is the biggest game this week for the Broncos since Super Bowl 50. As far as winning the game, if we win it, I think we clinch a playoff.
Who are you guys playing? The Colts.
Yes.
That should be an easy game.
I hope. And they say that they don't have a tight end. I'm just reading the notes. Dolphins say that the defensive line's going to change a lot. Colts say they need a tight end. The Niners. This is my sister's team. She's a Niners fan. And shout out Nickel. Nickel know who this is. Shout out to a very popular Niners fan that seldom watches the channel anymore, but one of our favorite viewers from the past. Anyways, tell him I said hi, Nick. But anyways, we've got the Niners. They say that potentially lineman, okay, Spencer Burford, because they have two guys leaving. And then we've got the Cardinals. What do you think as far as them?
Who?
Cardinals, Arizona at 16.
The Cardinals. I think they started off good. I haven't really seen much for them.
As far as their draft, who do you think?
I don't know. I think probably defensive or lineman. That's really it.
Other than that, we've got. I'm just going down the list here, and then we're kind of talking of who we think as far as the draft.
Yeah.
All right. So the Falcons. It says that they need secondaries help. Wow, Justin Simmons is a free agent. He only signed a 1-year deal. That's surprising. And Jesse Bates is their other safety. Then we have the Rams.
The Rams. I think that they're going to be probably making it. Either the playoffs or just be falling short.
They'll just fall short of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the Buccaneers?
Buccaneers.
This is playoffs.
Yeah.
So now we're into the playoff teams.
I don't know about the Buccaneers, who they'd get. The Buccaneers, probably maybe defense or maybe some other receivers.
Yeah, especially with Godwin leaving.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Commanders.
Seeing
Um,
Commanders need some more receivers. They already got what's his name? Terry McLaurin,
McLaurin.
Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels. I think they would help restore the
don't-
name.
You don't have a second pick. You don't have a second option there as far as Austin Eckler out of the backfield, sure, but that's just not. That's not
Yeah.
going to do it. I could see them. They drafted Luke McCaffrey this year, Christian's brother, as well as a guy who I actually was not forced to, but chose to draft a tight end of all people, Ben Sinnott, I think. I remember I had him on my roster for the first 3 weeks because I kept seeing, he's going to be a breakout tight end. Draft him. I was like, well, and then so yeah, you think weapon for the Commanders. So the Broncos. Do you want to give your thoughts, I guess, on
Yeah.
them, or do you want me? Yeah, and then
Well,
I'll give my
currently
thoughts.
ESPN does project them to get a tight end.
Yep, I know he said Tyler Warren,
Yeah.
which would be awesome. I would buy his jersey right
Currently,
away.
currently the number one tight end though is Colston Loveland from Michigan.
I don't want a Michigan guy. No
So
interest.
it said either looks like you guys
Pass.
need a tight end or a running back or
Yeah.
receiver for that matter.
Yeah, it says we need a. We have tied for 5th as far as strength of schedule. That's interesting. I hope that's a good thing. But it is pouring right now. We got about 3 minutes till halftime. I hate seeing rainy football games because that means Guarendo's probably done for the night. I'm pretty much touchdown dependent now. I started him. That's a bummer, but hopefully he'll get at least a touchdown. And then watch Walker will go off. But no, we've got next is the. Oh, I guess as far as the Broncos go, I don't really care if we draft anyone next year. Obviously, I do. But the biggest thing right now is making the playoffs because I haven't watched a playoff game since I was 12. So that's a couple years ago. And that would be really cool to, and they'll probably lose round 1 to the Bills or Chiefs or whoever else.
Last year the Broncos did beat the Bills in Buffalo.
That's true, but that was a field goal that.
Yeah, but to be
false
fair,
start. They played them. They played them well. You're right. I agree.
yeah,
Just like they beat the Chiefs this year, but then we were saying earlier, I don't know. As far as I really wish that game went differently. All right, so enough about the Broncos. I would love Tyler Warren. I would love a corner, somebody to pair with Pat Surtain, and then really lock down the secondary. Maybe I think we're good on edge rushing. Nick Benito, Jonah Ellis, Steele. Genty wins something. Genty won some award. I saw it come up.
yeah,
But I think, he'd be nice. I'd take him. We have 3 running backs, or actually 4. Tyler Baday's hurt. But Peyton liked using him. So we'll see. We'll see how the season finishes for us. I hope we get a good player. I hope it's Tyler
yeah.
Warren. Probably Warren and then Genty. Probably be my number 1 and 2. So now we got the Texans. Thoughts on them?
Texans, I don't think there's people are actually just seeing them for the team that they really are. But I feel like they have receivers, they got running backs, they got top notch defensive players. I think all they really need is just linemen. That's really what they're looking for.
To protect Stroud.
Yeah.
And then we've got Seattle.
Probably
Strong
the
defense.
same thing, lineman regard.
Or someone that Geno Smith can kind of teach. Because I don't know how much longer he'll be there. He's probably He's always been a decent tight end, or
Yeah,
tight end quarterback.
he's been
But
for a while. Like he's been backing up since like 2015 or before that.
and you think about Seattle, you've got I think Lockett. Lockett's such. I used to draft him in fantasy. That was such a mistake. But he's one of those where it's like he can have maybe two good games a year. So I believe he's actually done at the end of this year. So they'll have Metcalf, Smith and Jigba. They don't really have a tight end. I think their top tight end is Noah Fant, I believe, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
he's
And
good.
that's yeah. He'll get a few, but they have the Kenny Walker Charbonnet stack, which is a good stack as far as that goes, as far as the running backs go. So I think they're good on offense. Other than that, we got the Chargers.
Yeah,
Um,
it looks like um ESPN projects that they were going to draft Tyler Warren because
Chargers,
yeah,
man,
because
that'd be
they
a
don't.
bummer.
They're currently the Titans. Will Disley.
Yes, which he's played well this year.
Yeah, he has.
Um, After
But
that, we got the Ravens. I feel like the Ravens need. They have. Oh man, the cooler just got smacked. That looked like it hurt. Um, so the Ravens have uh, Zay Flowers and then Deontay Johnson, who's not
yeah,
even relevant, and then obviously Andrews and Likely, and then their running back is Henry, and then you have Lamar. So I think they're good on offense. I feel like that Baltimore's defense is always like just there, but not good enough.
yeah,
Kyle Hamilton's good,
yeah.
Pro Bowler. Then we've got the Packers.
Packers. I think they could also stand and build up some more defense.
Yeah.
Well, quick update in the game now. Looks like the Rams tied it up.
Okay, so it's 3-3. How much time's left for
About a
you?
minute and 10 seconds left.
All right, same. Um, wow. So this is literally the two most boring games we've picked for Thursday night football. It is unfortunate. Like I said, we were live back on the Jets Texans game a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
Um, all right, now we have another team who is kind of. I think it kind of pains me to say this, but as far as I know, we said earlier about the Chiefs kind of being streaky, um, and literally just lucky. The Eagles, Saquon kind of carrying the team. Sure, their defense is playing well. It
yeah.
is. But now the Steelers, who I just don't like the Steelers. I don't know why. It just is what it is.
The
Never really
Steelers.
liked them
Yeah,
because I just like to annoy my friends who are Steelers fans, I guess. And I don't like. I mean, I have a lot of good friends who are Steelers fans, so I'm happy that they do well. And another big, but at the same time, they think they're the greatest, just like the Eagles. Um, so that's kind of a, I don't know, just tired of hearing them talk about them because I hear it all the time.
yeah,
We hear it obviously in Pennsylvania. And also, I don't mind Russ. I'll always respect him. I don't like him for what he did to the Broncos. Um, but I hope that for the sake of only him, he falls flat on his face, faces a tough defense, and because like I saw, if Denver goes to Pittsburgh round one, um, then I mean that defense could really, really go after Russ. And do you honestly think he's going to do well against a defense that's going to be gunning for him and Sean Payton's defense, and
yeah.
even Vance Joseph too? So, um, I mean, I hope they do well for the sake of my friends. But at the same time, I hope that Russ falls flat on his face and they're out in the first round. So there's your two-sided take on the Steelers. But what do you think as far as their draft?
I think I with doing kind of well this year. I think either gonna get a key offensive player or a key defensive player,
They could
whichever
use
one.
some weapons, yeah.
Yeah,
Fryermuth and Pickens are pretty much it. The Warren Harris split's pretty good as far as running
yeah.
backs go. And then we got the Bills.
I think the Bills. Probably defense. I think they've done pretty well enough.
Then we've got the Eagles, who I know I just said. What's your
Here's
thoughts? What's your thoughts on them in the season, and then also for their draft,
AJ Brown's probably gonna leave this year.
which would be shocking, but I think you're right.
I think he'll
Is he
leave.
is he up at the end of the year? Is his
Huh?
contract up? Is his
Um,
contract up at the end?
I don't know, but he seems like he's not happy with how things are going.
Yeah, I saw him today on one of the shows. I think it was FS1, and he was saying that he's not happy. I don't blame him. Like you said, it kind of runs through Saquon now. And sure, he's
Yeah,
great. Ride the hot hand. I would. I love that Saquon's doing well. I think it's hilarious that the Giants paid Daniel Jones, who's not even on their roster now, instead of their running back. So this is what it is. All right, so now we've got the Vikings. Probably defense.
yeah. All right.
What are your thoughts? What do you think they need?
Vikings. Probably defense. I mean, Harrison Smith was a good addition, or Dallas,
Oh yes.
but I think more is more. They need more because Aaron Jones has now helped with their running, and
He's fumbled the last few games.
yeah, I think they're good on running back.
Ty Chandler, I think, is their backup. I stashed him for a couple weeks in Dynasty. It's amazing how many, as far as Dynasty goes. I know we said about fantasy football. Maybe we'll do that after the break.
Yeah,
But so and then obvious. Wow. Okay. Chiefs are unfortunately at 2. I don't really think it matters. Mahomes could literally take, I don't know, Belichick's third string receiver, and obviously he's not Belichick's receiver in this draft, but and then turn him
yeah,
into to oh wow, Bill Belichick was just mentioned on the stream. What are the odds? But it's 3rd and 4. Oh man, it looked like the Rams jumped, but it's 3rd and 4 here, and Purdy still can't complete a pass. That's a bummer. But yeah, I feel like anyone with Patrick Mahomes. I should do my after the break too. I'll do my Chris Collinsworth impression if you want to hear that of talking about Mahomes and Romo too. So I'll do that. You guys will have to stick around. We actually have 4 people that have been on for a while. So shout out in the chat. Tell us who you are. You can ask us questions. Feel free to I guess what you want us to cover, and 2 of them left just like that. Oh well.
yeah.
And then we've got the Lions. Or what do you think? What do you think the Chiefs need, if anything? More refs.
I don't know.
Some of the refs from the Penn State, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon game. It was the same guy.
I think they could use defense. Their defense has been struggling against other teams. It's been like they're off. It's been Mahomes empowering them through.
Yeah, agreed. And I don't really think he's that good. I think he's like a Brady. I know you're a big Brady fan, so I won't get into that. But I feel like Mahomes is just kind of gets lucky uh, with his players,
Yeah,
and then his guys making plays. And then we've got the Lions defense, probably.
yeah. I think the Lions have. I don't know who the Lions need. The Lions have, I feel like everything. Probably they're good on offense. Maybe probably just defense or
Yeah,
linemen.
yeah. Is it halftime for you guys yet, or for you yet?
Yeah, it's halftime.
Are you gonna pull that guy up?
Yeah, I'm seeing Tom
What's
Grassi.
his
Yeah,
What's his channel called?
it's Tom Grassi. He's about to. So
Start picking right.
Yeah, so Tom Grassi's watching us. He can choose us. I don't know how the system works, but he just chooses random live streamers.
Maybe I'll tag him in our video real quick. Like I'll put a tag. That was a miserable first half. I will probably head up. And can we pause this? Do you know if we can?
No.
No. Okay.
I can just sit around here. Well,
I'll just keep the camera. I'll just put the camera here for a minute, and then we'll go back. I'll
yeah.
come back in like 5 or 10 minutes. But let me pull his stream up, and then I'll try to get into Tom Grossi, right? GRO. Yes. Okay. Here we go. It's the Packers logo, right?
You got a question that says, who will be the surprise team of the year this year?
For the NFL, the Broncos.
Yeah. And as much as it pains me to say, it's probably the Broncos.
Yep. And I am
Because
so proud of our guys. There's a lot of people that counted them out, and I wasn't really expecting much. I knew Bo Nix was going to be good, but I didn't think that I really didn't think that it would be as good as we've played. I mean, our defense. You've got Vance Joseph, who's been playing unbelievably well. Or yeah, it's Vance Joseph. No, Vance Joseph has been coaching our defense to play unbelievably well.
yeah.
All right, so I have him up.
If you had to choose us, it would pop up in the comic that he just said. He would say something. But
Huh? If he would join us?
yeah, he would like put something in the chat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw your comment pop up. Well, I did it one time, and I think he removed me off of his chat, and ultimately,
What, you commented?
no, I can see your thing in the live chat.
Oh. What, we're not supposed to comment?
I mean, we can comment, but I don't think like he'll choose randomly. I don't think like people like advertising their channels.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know how it works, but
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. I just chose like a big channel. But I was thinking one team that surprised me for football this year. What's her name?
For the NFL?
Yeah, probably every team in the NFC North.
NFC North?
Yeah.
So that is which division again? Or what teams again?
Lions, Packers, Vikings.
Oh, yes. Well, we got 2 votes for real for the Chiefs, of course, unfortunately. But all right. I will. Do you want me to stay on to see if he chooses really for a couple minutes, or do you want me to go just check? I can come back. I'll be back up within probably 5 minutes. I'll probably be back down.
Yeah.
If you're good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty. Well, you can stare at my. Yeah, it's not bad. So we will be back shortly. We'll take a quick break for halftime, and we'll be back within probably 10 minutes. So we'll see you then.
Yeah. Well, to the comment right here, you can see Nick asking who I am. Yeah, I'm a friend of Jack's. Name's Trenton. I do my own channel, Daily Dose of Sports. I just find all the random moments from sports and like do videos of them, small or big. Well, yeah, another comment.
Oh yes, Nick. Subscribe to his channel too. I already said that. And I will. You can see the new era. So I will be back in probably 5 minutes or so. So until the second half, we will see you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
You'll be in my ear. So
yeah.
Actually, no, you won't be because I'll leave my camera there. All right. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Anthony. Yeah, I'm Trenton. So.
You'll be in my ear. So
yeah.
Actually, no, you won't be because I'll leave my camera there.
Let's see. For anyone who's watching, you guys have any questions, you can guys just ask us right now while we're waiting. So, anybody that's anything right now, let's see, sport-wise, we have basketball. Celtics won again, which is a good thing. So, I think the Celtics are the best team. So, asking what my teams are, I'm from Massachusetts, all New Englander teams. So, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics. But I'm more for like baseball and football. But Patriots are having a rough year this year. It's just been a rough year for all of us. So I hope Patriots have. That's why I want Patriots to draft Travis Hunter. I know people are saying that we should draft someone reasonable, like a lineman, but you can't pass up Travis Hunter. I hope that we get someone good. And then the Red Sox, we failed every conceivable way by first getting rid of Tyler O'Neill and Danny Jansen, then failing to pull Juan Soto into the team, then getting 15th in the draft for baseball. Garrett Crochet, I think, was the only good pick we've got, but we also had to trade away. So you want to know how Jackson and I meet? He used to go to his church, I think, years ago, so I knew him from there. And so that the few years that we were there, I got to know him well. Then I think I got back in contact with him about a year or two ago. And then we were just doing some sports stuff together, and now we're doing live streams. This year, it's been a long year for New England. I mean, so for anyone, the Bruins, I think they're okay. They were doing much worse until Montgomery left. Then we were doing well. I'm hoping that, and then probably for college football, I was kind of cheering for Colorado, Boston College, and Army. But I think now Bill Belichick going to North Carolina, I might be cheering for them now. So it's quickly check back up on the game, see what's going on. I don't know how much longer this starts. I think it's be starting soon. I think anybody that's watching, I don't think Jackson does really anything for it, but I also really like college basketball. I think that what's his name, Cooper Flag is going to be the next big star. Hopefully, hoping that he'll be probably the number one draft pick. It's like all European. All right. See, I think a bunch of Europeans being drafted. I mean, I don't really know how the number one pick is doing for the draft, but Wembyana did pretty good. So, received. And then today, the Juan Soto, because he went to the Mets. Then here's something interesting. The Saints are going to be starting Jake Hanner instead of what's his name, Spencer Rattler, if Derek Carr does not start. I think Derek Carr is just a big waste. Seems please see if anything happened in baseball. Waiting for some more free agency moves to happen. All right. Just quick. I don't think any big baseball trades have happened since. Hi, Jake Berger going to the Rangers. It's probably the last big name to leave the Marlins besides Brian De La Cruz. Looks like the football games but start back up again. So I'm quickly see the standings right now, but if the 49ers win, then they move up to second place. Currently, they're tied with the Cardinals for last place. It's within one game of each other. Seahawks, I don't know who they're playing. I believe they're having a good matchup. I don't know. Can we see? So it's like Seattle will be playing. Oh, they are playing the Packers. That's going to be a big game for them. And then the 49ers, obviously, playing the Rams. And Cardinals are playing us Patriots, which I really hope Patriots would just have a better chance for us to get Travis Hunter. Well, could grab something. All right, so watching the game right now. The Rams don't do anything. They're going to be in trouble. So as of right now, 2nd and 7. They're going to probably just be doing a lot of rushing second half, which is kind of boring, unfortunately. Let's see. Just waiting. Nothing much has happened. Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup are being covered up pretty well, which is why unfortunately it's going to be a lot of rushing. But there goes. Against Brock Purdy. Nothing much for the Niners. They lost so many players this year. I don't think the Niners have anything good coming their way. They lose this game.
All right. We're back.
All right. And nothing much has happened.
Did you give Nick an entire overview of your life?
I just gave them the basics.
There you go. Nick, if you must know, we've been friends for a few years, and we're like-minded creators, I guess. So there you go. That's all you need to know. What's happened so far since halftime?
Rams running the ball, punting.
All right. Well, so
I think
pretty much the same as the first half.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it's going to be a lot of rushing because of the rain.
Yeah. Well, I hope that Grendo, like I said, I just want a touchdown. But all right, here we go. Grendo has, Kenny Walker, 100% would already have a probably a touchdown. He or Charbonnet would already have a touchdown at this point. There's no way that Grendo is going to outscore him at this point.
Yeah. It's like they were asking for an.
Yeah, I saw it. All right. So, do you think McCaffrey will be able to come back next year?
I hope so.
Do you think he'll ever be the same?
I mean, he seemed okay from like all the other injuries he sustained in his career.
Yeah. Was he ever hurt at Carolina at all?
Oh, and I believe so. Think
We got 3 votes, and the Chiefs are still real. Blows my mind. So Garendo has me. How many points? Let's see. 6.5. Not good enough. We could use a receiving touchdown. Would be nice. They're getting inside the 40. Oh man, Purdy's just not. I don't know why, but he just doesn't seem like he has it this year as he has the last couple years. No, Nick. Actually, I'm not going to say anything more than this, but she actually re-tore her ACL. So I will text you about that later. But let's try to keep the chat to sports related or game related. So feel free to ask us if you want us to cover a topic about sports. Again, we're not experts, but we do have opinions. We do watch enough NFL, and he's the basketball fan. I'm the hockey fan. Well, he's the hockey fan too. But we both know baseball a little bit. Did you see feel free to ask us about stuff. Did you see the whole Rule 5 draft thing?
The what?
The Rule 5. So it's like it's when there's players on there's players that are available from the league, and you get to pick them for your team. I'm not exactly sure how the whole thing works, but it's basically just people that players don't want or other teams. So let me read it. Players who turned pro at age 18 or younger in 2020 or at age 19 or older in 2021 were eligible for selection in the major league phase of the Rule 5 draft if he wasn't on a 40-man roster. So I don't really understand how this works. It just kind of looks like apparently the Phillies got Mike Vasil. Okay. So, and apparently there's one pick in the second round. So it must be teams that get oh man, the Phillies got a guy that, or no, the Twins took a Phillies player that I had seen at Reading. Eberson Castellano. I never got his autograph, but I remember who that was. That's a bummer. Oh well.
Well, it looks like
All right. Garendo just got a loss of 2.
what's his name playing? What's his name? Ricky Pearsall.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure. I know I have him in a couple leagues. I know I have him in Dynasty.
And
Let me
my
see if I
Niners
can find him.
have taken the lead.
Please tell me it was or let me guess, Moody field goal on
I
4th
believe it's Moody. I
down.
don't know if it's him or not.
Huh?
I don't know if it was Moody or not because I know he's been hurt
Yes.
for a while.
No, Moody is back. He has the other field goal tonight. The one field goal tonight. Oh man. Debo just dropped one. He just dropped the walk-in touchdown. That's a bummer.
Well,
Nick, I answered your question about my sister. Yeah. I heard some guy saying earlier today as far as the Debo goes. It was I believe the Sports Rhythm. So go ahead and subscribe to them too. It's a fantasy football podcast. And they said that Debo has been one of the biggest busts. I drafted Debo in a couple leagues, and he was supposed to be my number 2, sometimes my number 1, on some teams. And I don't think I started Jennings across the board in a few leagues this week, and I picked him up. There's been a lot of players. I know we said we'd talk about fantasy a little bit, but there's been a lot of players who I've had off and on. Josh Downs is a really good guy that I've had. He hasn't had a great season, but I had him on my team for a couple weeks and dropped him, and he became relevant again. Same with Jennings. I'm trying to think who else. There's at least 1 or 2 guys that I had for a couple games and just dumped on the waiver wire either for a bye week or I just was tired of them. And some of them I regret. I traded away. You're going to think I'm an idiot for this one, but week 1 of the NFL, before week 1 actually, I bought into the whole Kyron Williams is going to return punts and Corum's going to have a good timeshare. And I pulled off an unbelievably stupid trade, which I thought was a steal at the time. But I traded away Kyron for ETN.
Travis Etienne hasn't been doing well.
ETN has had a miserable season. And I was just like, I mean, if you really want to, I could tell you my I could tell you. I know I said I've had a huge shake up in the roster, and then only two guys that I have that I drafted are on my team. Um, I won't bore you with a list of all the moves I've made if you don't want to, but I can at least tell you the trades. Yes or no? It's fine. I don't have
I'm
to.
good either way.
All right, sounds good. Um, it's been a fun year though. And you said you're only in that one, right? As far as fantasy goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any? You ever do fantasy hockey or basketball at all?
I have not. I thought about it, but I want to stick with football. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
it's good.
speaking of baseball, I was thinking about. Do you think the Mets are gonna get Alonso, or is he gonna leave?
Oh yeah, that's right. He's back. Or no, he won't be. He will not, or he's not re-signed.
Yeah,
Um,
they said that they wanted to try to get him though.
I think now that Soto is there, I wouldn't be shocked if he signs. I would assume that he'll probably want to be back because apparently the some people are still picking the Mets to maybe not win the World Series, but I think they are the favorite in a couple spots.
Oh yeah, they're not the new favorite because of that trade or the free
Yeah, which
agency.
which I don't understand. I don't think. I mean, they have a couple good pitchers, and who do they have? What Kodai Senga?
Yeah.
Um, who else?
Um, I don't know.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer. Or no, it's a bummer for me because I'm a Phillies fan, and that's
Yeah.
gonna
Well, hey,
really be a problem.
you guys could probably get Pete Alonso if Trey Turner leaves.
You think Trey Turner would leave?
He was. I think it's either him or Al. Either Trey Turner or Alec Bohm.
Boom,
That was a.
boom.
Oh yeah, but what position is Alec Bohm? Is he first base?
No, Bomer plays third. And Turner has a no trade clause, so
Oh, so
and
I
he and
think
Harper. But no,
so.
they have. So I heard that they're. I've heard multiple things saying that they were trying to trade Bohm or at least shop him around, but then Thompson was just on uh, MLB Network the other day. Rob Thompson, our manager, saying that we're not shopping Bohm, and that he's talked to him and he said like just ignore the rumors. So that's encouraging because I met him at Reading too. I have his autograph from Reading, and that's a guy that kind of grew up a Philly.
Yeah.
I think they'll end up. I think they'll eventually end up trading either he or Marsh or him or Stott. I could see, and I don't know. They're both, I think, going to need a payday within the next couple years. And I don't know as far as which one I'd rather have. Uh, we'll see, because I feel like they both play good defense, but they're not good enough hitters that we're going to pay them as much as they might be worth. So it'll just come down to obviously you have Harper, you have Turner, and
Yeah.
then pitching. And I've also heard that they might sign that Rocky Sasaki dude from Japan. That'd be nice.
Oh, they say he's like the biggest free agent. I mean, you guys got Jordan Romano.
Romano from the Blue Jays. He was a free agent. Um, so we'll see as far as
Yeah.
pitching.
I think just thinking about it, if the Phillies do get rid of Alec Baum, they can get Pete Alonso probably with probably that money that they're considering probably to get Juan Soto with. They can probably get Pete Alonso to switch third base.
And then what do you think? You think Alonso at third base for the Phillies
Yeah, if I
if
think
Bohm
only if
leaves?
yeah
Yeah, because Harper, you're not moving Harper from first.
yeah
So that I mean that would kind of make sense. I don't know if I'd want a former Met. I don't know if I'm not a huge former Met fan like Taiwan Walker. Huh, he's terrible. I had to see him pitch. I had to sit through his 10 run game this past year. That was unbelievably miserable. And then we have Zach Wheeler. He's a former Met.
Yeah,
And other
he's
than
been good.
that, Philly's always traded with the Angels. I saw someone pranked their grandma or whatever, and it was like a Phillies or an Angels outfielder has been rumored to be moving, or to be traded, and his name may or may not be Mike Trout. And then it was like Mike Trout to the Phillies, and it was like, there's no way that, oh man, Puka just got that shouldn't be a first down.
Yeah, I think I'm ahead because they just went for the fourth down and got it.
Okay, yeah, I am. You're probably a minute ahead of me. I don't know how much longer people are gonna watch. Nobody's watching anymore.
Yeah,
I'm probably so bored of the game. It's probably such a boring game, but we can stay on for a little bit longer. Does he
yeah.
ever click? Does he click ever pick anyone after halftime?
No, like that's when he goes back to his stream.
Okay.
It depends.
I wonder if there's any other channels like that we could try to get on and see.
I don't know. I think because he's like the biggest live streamer on YouTube for football.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Mm.
And then I guess people. I saw I saw that the other day I was messing around with last night. I was messing around with the YouTube stuff, and apparently you can pay to advertise your video, like get it pushed out or whatever, and it was promote your video,
Yeah, I saw that.
and it was it was like I think for $100 you could get like 30 some thousand impressions and like 3,000 3 or 4,000 views, but YouTube does it for you, so they put your video at the top and it gets recommended and stuff. But I thought about it. I was like, would it be worth $50 or so to see if one of my videos could take off? But I don't think that's worth it. I think it's
Yeah,
just. I mean, from your channel experience, it's fun to build it from the ground up. And I know you said congrats. I know you said you got 1,000 or what
yeah,
was it, 100,000 views in a couple
yeah.
weeks. That's great. In a
And
month or
I'll
so. That's
hit
awesome.
100. I surpassed 100 subscribers.
That's great. Good for you.
Yeah, because we get awesome sports. I don't know what happened. I think I stopped for a 4-day period back in March or April, and
Uh-huh.
I lost all viewership.
Huh.
So nothing was really working. So I tried. That's when I just decided to try out a new thing. And
Yeah.
daily just sports doing super well.
That's awesome.
Me and
Yeah,
both.
I'm glad. What?
So probably, I get a lot of views on the videos and stuff. Like my shorts having like, I think I have at least 3 shorts with like 10,000 plus. They have also past 10,000 views.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh man, some Niners defender just got absolutely trucked by a lineman. That was a big hit. Wow. Um, but yeah, no, I've been able to make. I know I had a couple ones where I figured out if you loop shorts, so if you play the start again at the end, it helps.
Yeah.
And I've had a few get somewhere above 10. I've had maybe 4 or 5 hit 10,000 in the last couple
Yeah.
months, and that was just
Yeah.
um. But I get ticked to myself sometimes because it's like we have views go for. I can have a Sunday if I make enough shorts where I'll get 20,000 in between a Saturday night with college, Sunday, and then Monday night football. Like I can do 20,000 views across 10 shorts, and then like now it's like on a Thursday night. I mean, other than the Garendo news that I put out earlier, there's nothing really else to put out as far as like NFL goes or whatever. So I hate seeing my view tracker
Yeah.
down below because like I was doing with a couple of them, I was doing like 5,000 a day sometimes. Now it's all those shorts are over. Like no one cares about those anymore. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite part of your making your videos?
I think depending on what it is, like the I'm trying to see how fast I can get it up before. Like like usually after a big ending to a game or like a big sports news, I try to see how fast I can get clips up.
Yes.
Usually it takes me I put in the time for me it takes to get video clips and equity editing and the music and stuff and post it. Takes between like 10-15 minutes.
Okay. That's pretty good. I normally get I do my best as far as like the screenshots. I've noticed that if you do a screenshot, like I'll get like a score notification with the Grendo thing. Like
Yeah.
I have the uh fantasy pros Fantasy Pros normally goes off first, and then it's the score, then it's ESPN, and I'll screenshot that right away. And my thing is I'll pick a song that's relevant, or a sound, and then as soon as I get it uploaded, I put it up and then I edit it. So like I'll put I'll screenshot it, get the song up, so then it's going, and then I'll make the title, and then I'll go back through and add like the hashtags and the tags, just so it's I guess just so it's automatically in the algorithm. And I mean, I don't know. There's no really proven science for shorts. It is definitely a um a little bit of a
Yeah.
challenge as far as the how to and how to get how to be able to not exploit but take advantage of a breaking news thing or whatever and make your videos get pushed out.
Yeah. So I think my video the ones that I think I get probably the most viewership for is college football and NFL. That's like where all my viewership
Yeah.
comes from.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing yours with the college. You do a good job with the wasn't it
Yeah.
worst holding? You had one that was like worst punt of the season or best punt of the season where the ball flopped to the
Yeah.
one or whatever. I remember seeing that. I do my best to try to watch yours when they pop up. Sometimes I have so many videos to watch on YouTube. It's unreal how many playlists and stuff I have just sitting there, and it's like I need to watch this one. I need to watch this one. I need to watch this one. Um, but do you think we're gonna have any touchdowns in this game?
Well, it looks like they're about to score the Rams because like right by the probably about the 15-yard line. So I think they can at least get the touchdown. Then
Yeah.
things get interesting.
Who if we'll take a long shot, but if any bettors are watching, who do you think will score the first touchdown?
Kyron Williams. They're
All
gonna rely
right.
on the game too much.
Yeah. Um, I think I really hope, like I said, I really hope we get a Garendo touchdown. I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I started him over Kenny Walker and Kenny Walker goes off or Charbonnet.
Let's see. That's the standings right now for the NFC West. Everyone's within one game of each other.
Yeah. I was gonna say we didn't talk about the standings at all. We should do that next. NFC West.
Yes,
Um,
Seattle 8-5, Rams 7-6, and then 49ers and Cardinals each 6-7.
yes, and the Cardinals have lost 3 straight.
Yeah, the Cardinals are going to get their win against us because they're playing the Patriots this week. Oh, let's see, 49ers defense. Ooh, that was a hard hit. Matthew Stafford's about to run it in, and the 49ers stopped him.
Oh
But
man.
they looks like they had a helmet-to-helmet contact, which could be maybe targeting. I don't know.
Or probably I think targeting's only in college. I'm pretty sure.
I know it's
So
on the.
illegal contact. I think it would be if I'm
It's
right.
actually
I'm
holding
pretty
on the
sure.
Rams.
They're playing Carol of the Bells in the stadium. That's funny. I just turned my Christmas lights behind.
Yeah.
They're behind the camera. But um, I want to see this hit. I would like to see the Niners win this because my sister's a Niners fan. Um, so 2nd and 3. Here we go. Is that the play?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh
You
yeah,
see,
he's running. He's running. Man, it was 29.
Well, I was just seeing because right now the Bruins are on and playing Seattle Kraken.
Oh,
Took
very nice.
the Bruins have been doing much better without Montgomery.
Who?
Um,
Holding, that's what you're gonna call? Oh my goodness.
yeah, but anyway,
Davis
so
Allen.
the Bruins are
Rookie.
doing terrible, and they decided to fire Jim Montgomery, and since then
Oh,
everything gone back to normal. But it took Kraken's only 24 seconds to score.
wow. The Penguins won tonight. I haven't watched the Penguins game all year yet, unfortunately. But they beat the Canadians, I believe, like 9. It was like 9-2, I think.
Yeah,
We should do a if the Penguins and Bruins play each other, when the Penguins and Bruins, we should do a play-by-play, and we could watch the game at the same
yeah,
time, and then I'll be the broadcaster and you can be the color. That'd be fun. We should do that later on
yeah.
in the
It's pretty
season.
see, but I don't know when.
We'll see. It'll probably be they'll play. I think it might be a 2-2, twice in Boston, twice in Pittsburgh, right? Because
Yeah,
we're in the same conference, 2-2.
yeah, I'm pretty certain now, but
Because we play the Sharks, Ducks, all them, Coyotes once at home and once away. Or
yeah,
do they make 2 trips to California? I
the
feel like
Bruins.
they do.
Um,
Do does the NHL do they make 2 trips to every team stadium each year?
I
At
don't know.
least two? I feel like they do. Cause oh man, Stafford just avoided the sack. Wow, he's getting around.
Looks like they're gonna.
Throw. Oh man.
So it looks like the Bruins will be playing Penguins all the way out in March.
Wow. That's the first time.
Yeah, so they played them 3 times. First time was November 29th, which the Penguins won. Then they'll play in March, and then April. So they only played
Okay.
3 times this year.
Wow. Penguins have 4 home games coming up: the
Yeah,
7th, the 9th, the 11th, and the 12th, and then the 14th. So I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game homestand, and then they go out to L.A. So they go to man, that's a long road trip. You've
yeah,
got Buffalo, Washington, and then the Kings. Man, so it's the 17th, 18th, Buffalo, Washington, and you've got the Kings, the Ducks, the Kraken, the Sharks, Utah. Man, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game road trip, and then they get New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, or the day before New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve off, and they play the Predators on January
yeah.
31st and January 30th and 31st off, and then they play at home for only 2 games. That's ridiculous. That big of a road trip out west, oh my goodness. But then they'll have to go out. They'll have to go up to They'll have to go up to Canada and play. That's it. Have they already been to Calgary and stuff? Maybe they only do go once a year. It might only be one time or one home, one away for the teams out of the conference. Because yeah, there's the Jets, Oilers, Canucks, and Flames all together.
Yeah.
Their Canada trip.
I was just looking at it. I think the NHL All Star games are pretty fun to do because they draft like their mini teams.
Oh yes, I didn't watch that last year.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty cool because like the celebrities like are the head coaches and then the
Uh huh.
captains are.
Last year, I think Crosby was a captain.
Yeah, I think he was, and then only 2 players for Bruins have went to the All Star game.
Last year?
Yeah, which is Swayman and Pasternak.
Oh yeah, Penguins had. I think it was Crosby. I don't think Jari went. Jari went a couple years ago. He might have been. No, he might have been there last year. I think he might have been. I think he was. But yeah, no, the Penguins. Penguins sit at. They've been playing a little bit better of late, I think. but they sit at 13, 14, and 4, and second to last in the Metro with 30 points. And the Caps, so we're almost halfway through the season. My goodness. I have not watched the game at all. That's
Yeah.
horrible. Wow. Okay. I keep saying once football's done, I'll watch. But no. All right. NFL standings. I guess I'll read one, and then you can say how you think it'll finish. So NFC East, Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants right now.
It's probably going to finish like that. Unfortunately, I think the Eagles are just too much a powerhouse at this point.
Yeah. My thoughts probably the same. I don't think anyone will catch the Philly unless they hit a major roadblock and just continue to lose.
Yeah.
All right. NFC West, Seattle, LA, Rams, Cardinals. Or sorry, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, Niners.
I don't know. This race is just kind of very fickle right now at this point. I think it might be the Rams who might pull off the big win and get first place.
Over the Seahawks.
Yeah. I think we probably the Rams, Seahawks, and then Cardinals, 49ers.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then NFC. So I think the Rams' offense is too good for them to be. I mean, I don't know if anyone but the Seahawks will make the playoffs from that division.
Yeah.
But I think you could flip flop. I mean, I think Kyler's too stupid with the football. I don't think Kyler's smart enough to sustain that offense. So they might fall. Maybe the Niners catch them. But I don't see them as a playoff team. The Cardinals. All right, now our favorite division right now: Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears.
I think,
Obviously, the Bears are last.
yeah. I think maybe them or the AFC West because
Yeah,
even though they choose a powerhouse, the Chargers and Broncos have been a surprise.
and then there's the lowly Raiders, who no one likes.
It was their fault
Thankfully,
for not drafting quarterback. I mean, Brock Bowers was a perfect pick for them.
yeah, but they could have gone. I wonder if they would have taken Bo. If they would have taken Bo, that would have been so sad. Or no, we picked before them, thankfully. So let's say it was the other way around and they took Bo over us. Oh, I would have been so mad because we probably would have went. We probably would have went with Jared Verse at that point. I don't know who we would have drafted. We would have had to go with who went after him? Bo? No one. Spencer Rattler.
Is him? It
And
was
then we would have been starting Jarrett Stidham, and we would have been like, "Oh, we're gonna tank for Shador. We're gonna tank for Cam Ward or whoever else." Which I would have been furious if we didn't take
yeah.
a quarterback.
Seeing the Broncos, I feel like they don't really have any receiving cores. It's only Bo Nix.
Well, I mean, we have Sutton, we have Vele.
But I
They
feel
both
like
played.
Cortland Sutton and the running
Troy
back.
Franklin,
Yeah,
Javante.
but I
Yeah,
feel like
they're
only
getting up there.
I feel like only like Cortland Sutton and Javante Williams are the only names that people know out there.
Yeah, Devon Vele's played well, but I see your point. We cut Josh Reynolds. He was another decent one, and Tim Patrick too. I was so happy to see Patrick get two touchdowns, like the day of his dad's death or whatever. Um, man, Garendo is such a bust. I'm such an idiot. Well, there he goes. But did he get a first down?
No.
All right. Well, at least he got a couple yards. All right, but no. So Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears, same.
Yeah.
Do you think the Packers could flop the Vikings or Vikings? Do the Vikings and Lions play again?
Yeah, they have to. It's gonna be in Detroit this time.
Okay.
The Vikings play the Bears, which will be a big game.
The Bears could play upset there.
They could. Last time they played, the Bears scored 11 points in the
Wow.
final seconds.
Wow. Yeah, Bears. I'm glad the Bears. I have a friend who's a Bears fan, a couple friends, and it's just like, man, you're such you picked such a bad team. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
Um, and then we've got NFC South. No one has clinched a playoff from there.
From the NFC North, I think the Lions
South,
have.
South.
Oh, no. I think just because how close their division is.
But no, I guess we never said, but I think the North. Maybe the Vikings flip flop the Lions. I doubt it, but maybe the Packers flip flop the Vikings. You never
Yeah.
know. They're all kind of evenly matched with probably the Vikings. Vikings defense is probably healthier than the Lions, so that could end up being a factor.
Yeah.
And then NFC South: Buccaneers, Falcons, Saints, Panthers.
Uh, I think it's now between the Buccaneers and the Falcons.
Yeah, I think with Carr being done for at least a couple weeks, they're not gonna. And I wouldn't be shocked if they shut Kamara down. Do you think they do that at all? Two questions on the NFC South. Do you think they'd shut Kamara down first of all?
I think yes.
And second question, how long until we see Michael Penix?
Mm, I think if it gets like to desperate situations, then they're gonna trade them away.
No, not trade him, but
I
like
meant play. I meant
start.
play. I
Yeah,
think. I mean, after
yeah,
the Vikings game was a nightmare for them.
yeah. And then the lowly Panthers, they're there.
They've been playing
That's
well,
your.
and they're
Oh yeah,
this is the first time
they.
they're favored to win against Cowboys in
Wow,
2 years,
they should have beaten the Chiefs.
and the Eagles.
Yes,
Oh, finally, some life in this game. Puka Nacua just caught like a 50-yard pass.
man. Well, Garendo thankfully is now. Yes, Broncos, Chargers. Garendo is north of 10. Okay, we're at 10-10. So a touchdown would be amazing. But I mean, we'll take a 10 point game on a Thursday night. That's way better than some of my Thursday night players have done this season.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back to there we go, NFL schedule. Or sorry, standings. All right, so we've got I just saw Puka. He's good. I think he's better. I remember Cup was really good, but I feel like Puka's a little bit
Yeah.
better than Cup.
I think just when Puka was not Puka when Cooper Cup was out for a while, then like Puka Nacua kind of took over.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't undrafted, was he?
Who?
Nakua. He
He
came
was
late in the
he
draft,
was
right?
yeah, fourth round draft.
Yeah. All right. So they're at the 16-yard line. Kyron runs.
Yeah.
All right. So Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, AFC East.
That entire
With
division.
your your favorite quarterback in the league, Aaron Rodgers.
Drake Mays.
I know.
Yeah, but that division's entire dumpster fire. Bills have complete control. They're already won the division. Game over. And the 49ers stopped the Rams, forcing them to probably go for another field goal.
Oh man,
Which
I'm
is
at
why this
second
game's
and
so boring.
2. Wow, loss of 1.
Yep, they're going for another field goal to take the lead.
Man, what a boring game. We got 10 minutes left. We got a chance. We might have a touchdown. I mean, this means a lot as far as any hope of a playoff game.
Yeah.
So I'll say that, I don't know. Yeah, Bills win that division, and then the Dolphins, I hope, keep losing. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
Bills won the division 2 weeks ago with their win. Dolphins have some hope as a wild card.
Yeah.
It was I
Well,
think
do they?
yeah. Whenever Tua plays, they do well. When he's gone, their team cannot do anything good.
Agreed. And then we've got the AFC North. So
Yeah.
Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns.
That I think Steelers are the best team, and every time anybody doubts them, they beat they completely tear apart their division.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't think that anyone would have picked them to be anything relevant this year. Like, oh, Justin Fields, bring Russell in every now and then, or vice versa. But I
Yeah.
don't think they would have ever considered them being as good as they have been. And I think Baltimore, one guy that I've really started to not like is Lamar. He he's a good player, and I respect him and all, but I just feel like he's very cocky, and he thinks he's great, and he runs a lot. Like he's almost like
Hmm.
a running back. He doesn't really ever play. I mean, he plays quarterback obviously, but
Yeah.
I feel like he's more of a runner, and he just thinks that he's amazing, and I don't get that. I don't understand. I mean, sure he
Yeah.
won MVP, but I think that I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is, or people claim he is. Do you agree?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him? Like, do you think he'll? Because he's pretty high up there in MVP voting. I think it should be Josh Allen
Mm, I think it could be Josh Allen.
or Saquon.
Saquon, I think, is probably the MVP favorite. Unfortunately, he's gonna win it.
Yeah,
If not that, I think he might be the comeback player of the year when he just from going from the situation that he had to now completely owning the NFL and rushing.
yeah. I thought Henry would be doing better um, than Barkley. I thought that he'd be the leader.
I think that first half it was Derrick Henry was leading and Saquon was kind of on the heels and switched.
Yeah, I think you're right. Um, so now we've got Texans, Colts. This is AFC South. We've got Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
Colts are the only team left. Jaguars and Titans have already been eliminated.
Yep.
So I
Do you
think
think? Oh, back to the North. Do you think the Bengals should fight for a playoff spot? You think they can come back and get in a wild card?
unless
Go
the
through the Colts, Broncos, and Dolphins.
are the Broncos 7th seed or are they?
We are on. Yes, we're the final one. Yeah, we play them this year. We play them in 2 weeks.
The
I'm
Broncos and
going
Colts
to the
is
game.
going to be a very big game for playoffs because if the Colts win, they're back in the hunt.
Yeah, and we're out. We have a good chance of not winning or
Hold on,
not getting in. I think it's a 92% to 42%. If we win, 92% in. If we lose, 42%.
wait check, but
Oh, I'm tired. Anyways,
the stand all right. So the playoffs race. If the Broncos lose, then they'll be 8-6, and the Colts are 6-7. So they're still like 2 games ahead. All the teams are 2
that's right.
games ahead of everybody else. Colts, the Dolphins, and Bengals are all the only teams left in contention because because the Browns eliminated, Jaguars eliminated, Jets eliminated, Titans, Patriots, and Raiders.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
Oops.
back in the NFC, it's only the Giants were eliminated.
Only the Giants. Oh, poor Giants. Not even
Carolina, I think, still ends because of the shape of their division.
the Bears. Wow. Could you imagine Panthers went out and they'd be what?
They'd be
6-10.
7-10, I believe, because of
7-10. The Bucks lose out. The Falcons lose out.
yeah.
And the Saints lose. I mean,
So
that's not
yeah.
impossible.
So the Panthers, the rest of their schedule, they have to play Cowboys, Cardinals, Panthers, and Buccaneers and Falcons. So that's going to be a pretty intense schedule.
Yeah.
Then the Saints final next 2 games for Saints are really tough. They have the Commanders and the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So
There was Pearsall. Pearsall just had a catch. Anyways.
if that can happen, then they have hope for the playoffs. Quit seeing. Then the Falcons, they have a pretty easy schedule. Mostly they have Raiders, which they should win. Giants, they should win. Commanders, which will probably be the toughest game. Then the Panthers.
And then this is the Falcons game, correct?
Yeah.
The Falcons schedule? Okay.
The Buccaneers, Chargers will probably be the toughest game left. Then the Cowboys, Panthers, and Saints.
Yeah, I could see the hang on. I could see potentially the Falcons coming from behind and winning that division maybe. Wouldn't put that past them. How about did we do? Wait, we're in the shucks. We already talked about the AFC. We already talked about the NFC South. That's funny because I look back to see the playoff. I meant to say AFC South. So Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
I was thinking about. I think, unfortunately, just because of how each team's looking, I think it's just between the Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos in the playoffs. It's just gonna mix up between all the teams, but it's gonna be the NFC that's gonna be much closer just because everybody's still in.
So that's goodbye. That's goodbye, Colts then. And
Yeah.
you said Jags are eliminated. So just the Texans out of the South.
Yeah. Actually, if the Rams win tonight and Commanders lose tomorrow, Sunday against the Saints, then I think the Rams can move up to a playoff spot.
No, I'm saying AFC. But no, I agree. I agree as far as the Rams go. You're right, I think, on that.
Yeah.
But I think as far as the AFC, that South, I hope the Colts. Well, the Colts should lose Sunday to us, and then from there, they'd be 6-8, and the Jags, Jags and Titans are done. But it'd be nice to see. It'd be interesting to see who goes from the AFC. What other, I guess, stragglers get in. Probably. I'll say Bills, Chiefs.
It's gonna probably be the Chiefs number one.
Yeah, but no, I'm gonna say Bills, Steelers, Chiefs, Texans, and then Chargers, Ravens, Broncos.
Well, there he goes. The Rams just picked off the 49ers.
Oh man, that stinks. Well, Garendo got me a solid. Because that's pretty much it. He's pretty much done.
Yeah.
If they picked him off, that's the game pretty much.
The good news is
11:50.
there's only 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah. Well, no, I need him. I would need a touchdown. That would be nice. But I guarantee you, Kenny Walker's gonna have a great game now. I'll be so mad at myself. It's literally the biggest mistake of the season of putting a Thursday night dude in there,
Yeah.
which I hate doing, but it is what it is. Just a game. Last year, I lost round one of the playoffs because Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions against the Drew Lock-led Seahawks.
Yeah.
And Hurts threw 3 interceptions. I lost by 3 points.
Yeah.
So that's -2 every interception. So is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you think in the NFC? Do we talk about that playoff picture?
I don't really know just because of. So I was saying if the
A lot of
Rams
up in the air.
win, Commanders lose, and Rams can get in the playoffs as a wild card team. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah. I would enjoy seeing the Lions go
Yeah.
pretty far. I feel like that's kind of the team that everyone wants. And I have a feeling that there'd be a whole lot of Lions fans if, in fact, it is a Chiefs-Lions Super Bowl. I almost feel like that they're just setting themselves up for heartbreak. Like, I can just see Dan Campbell's press conference like, Dan, you finally got the Lions to the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and with 2 minutes left in the game, Mahomes just able to scramble in for the three-peat, and I could just see that killing the Lions, just absolutely destroying their mentality. Because I mean, I would put $10 on the fact that if Mahomes gets to the Super Bowl, they're gonna let Mahomes win the Super Bowl. Like it could literally be Brady with well, actually no, Manning.
Yeah.
It could literally be Brady or Manning or Montana or whoever with like the 5 best receivers of all time and the best defensive guys of all time, and they'd probably still find some way to let Mahomes win. That really really ticks me off. Like I said earlier, it just he just thinks he's so great, and for them to win the way they do, it's just so sickening. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl if they're in it this year. I'm not going to. I'm going to save myself the horrors of watching Taylor flip out when Kelsey scores or whatever. And do you think they'll get back in?
Who?
Chiefs.
I think so.
Really? You think they'll get back?
Um,
Based on luck or based on actual good play?
look.
Agreed. And there's going to be some bogus call late in the game that's gonna
Yeah.
change it. It's like we've seen the movie before, which is sad, but all right, we got what, 5 minutes left?
4.5.
4.5. Okay. So yeah, I'm 30. I'm roughly, or I'm less than a minute behind, which is good. I hope the Niners get the ball back at least a little bit, so Garanda can get a few more yards.
I think they will, but we'll see.
I don't think anyone had a 12-6 final in their books.
I thought it was going to be high scoring this game.
Yeah. Are you surprised by this score?
Kind of, but unfortunately, I might have to take. I'm not. Just because these teams, well, probably more of the 49ers. I didn't think they were going to do this well.
Yeah. Kyron's across midfield.
3.5. They're about to get to a 2-minute warning.
Wow. I'm going to refresh mine so it catches up. Man, we're at 2 hours. Wow. It's a long stream. We haven't had anyone on. Let's see. We haven't had anyone on since. Roughly 10-15. That's all right, though. If they really want to watch it, they can rewind it.
Yeah.
It's just fun to sit and watch the game and talk about sports. That's what I like doing. I will probably not be attending the game next week. I assume you know why. I'll probably be actually probably right here watching it. And hopefully we should be able to. We play the Chargers, so that could be for second place. That could be for the wild card spot.
Yeah.
It's almost a 2-minute warning for you, really?
Yeah. The 2
Because
minutes.
for me, it's at 3:09. We're at 3:02.
Yeah.
Man, this is such a Niners game. If they lose this, it's gonna be terrible.
I think they're gonna lose this.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
Well, so the thing's probably right here. It looks like they're already in field goal range. They can just.
They're not gonna take their. Will they take the timeouts?
No. Nope. They
Oh
do.
man,
Ugh.
Kyron. Woo. Well,
If the Rams win, they'll have a 50% playoff chance. If the 23% chance for the 49ers if they lose.
if they lose, okay.
Well, it looks like the 49ers use their timeout. I'm quick to see stats for this game. I don't think it's been a good game for either.
Yeah, this is the season for the Niners. What's your thoughts on Shanahan? You think he'll be back?
I don't know. This happens every time with the 49ers. I think lots of times they lose this Chiefs in Super Bowl, they lose all their stars. They don't do good at next year. So it looks like
Who did they lose from 21?
um
Or who? When did they lose to the?
they lost to Chiefs in 2020, and I'm pretty sure Garoppolo. I think something happened to Garoppolo. I know for a fact George Kittle was out. I think some other players. I can't remember who was on their team at that time just because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Timeout by the Rams.
oh well. In my thing, they're just going to They're going to a 2-minute warning.
Okay.
It's going to be a big third down because if the 49ers can stop them, then they're going to go for a field goal. But if this game's just been rain. It's probably really affecting.
The players.
Well, I think the 49ers were favored to win this game. Now it's Rams are the ones who are probably the favored ones to win.
Man, Nakua just got nailed. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to decide on my bench for fantasy. I know we already talked about this, but I don't trust Lab McConkey if he's hurt. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I feel like Richardson though has a tough matchup against the Broncos, and I feel like Cousins could really pick apart that secondary.
Yeah.
So I might go with Cousins.
I think, well, with him playing the Raiders, I think that's your only hope.
Yeah.
Playing the Bengals, I think the Bengals are going to get a big rebound win.
Yeah, against the
Titans.
Yeah. Or I have Richardson. Or Desmond Ritter, believe it or not.
Yeah. Desmond Ritter.
Ritter against the Falcons.
Desmond Ritter is just that guy who's just meant to be a backup, never starter.
No. Yeah, I don't even think he's worth being on my team, honestly. I'll probably drop him. Uh-oh. My earbud just died. Can you still hear me?
Huh? I can still hear you.
Okay. It's a 10%. Well, that's a bummer. I haven't charged my AirPods in like a while. All right, let's go. Hopefully this camera does not completely mess up. All right. There we go.
Yeah, I don't quite see, but I'm pretty sure. At least this Saturday is going to be. This Saturday is the big Army Navy game.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that game, Cricket Celebration Bowl, and the Salute to Veterans Bowl. But Army versus Navy is going to be the big game because Army has probably the best team they've had ever.
Yeah. Do you think they should have got into the playoff?
I think
I saw some people saying they should have.
The only way they would have made it in, well, they won. They would have needed UNLV to win. And the Rams got the first down. That's the thing of every game.
Man, that's the game. So that's goodbye playoffs.
And the 49ers are calling timeouts, dragging this out. But I think I'm a big fan of Bryson Daly for Army. He did super good this year.
Who?
Bryson Daly, the quarterback for Army.
Okay.
Please. So stats. So this year he finished number 9 in rushing yards. So it means like he had pretty good comparing him to other players. Well, it's all he does.
Okay.
On Queasy, I don't. This year, passing yards. He didn't even get 1,000 passing yards this year.
Wow. That's not great for a quarterback.
Well, that's how it is for them. Army and Navy, they never pass the ball. They always rush. They're rushing schools. That's like why people they cannot stand watching them because they only run the ball.
Huh. I wouldn't have known that.
And then I think they both got to play Notre Dame. Hopefully, we can get big wins for them. When Navy played Notre Dame, that was a horrible game for the Navy. They
always play them once a year.
I don't know, but Navy lost like 14-51, and they turned over the ball 6 times, 5 of which were fumbles.
My goodness.
But then when Dame played Army, they lost. Notre Dame beat them 49-14. The only difference was Army didn't have any turnovers. They just kept punting it. So I think this is Army's first year in the American Atlantic Conference. So actually being in a good conference and to win it, nonetheless, is a big statement.
Yeah.
But so like Army Navy games are always a big game to go to.
It's
You know,
at
the Army Navy
isn't it
game.
at Yankee Stadium or
It's
something?
at the Commander Stadium.
Okay.
That's why I try to go out to
Oh
go.
yeah, because in Washington D.C. that's right. Because you said you were gonna get tickets.
Yeah,
Thought
but
about it.
what's their names? Then you got they because Army plays in not Michigan, New York, and actually their stadium's pretty nice. Once they finish the renovations, it's gonna be a good stadium. The Navy plays in Baltimore.
Which stadium's getting renovated?
Army Stadium. I looked at the renovations. It's gonna be a very nice stadium.
Okay, that's cool.
The one actually,
I saw when they won, they stormed the field. All
yeah.
of them in their camo. That was cool.
The only thing different about there is like it was like only the students, and they all went right back onto the stands after they stormed the field.
That's funny.
But then I want to try to go out to the bigger football games like Penn State or Michigan, one of the bigger stadiums out there.
Yeah. Penn State's huge. I've been to 2 games. That's awesome. That's such a fun
Yeah,
experience.
I really wanted to try to go. I was really hoping to try to go out to the Ohio State game.
Good luck.
I think I want to try. Why I want to do it like because I don't think I've never seen any person do it before, but because I always see people storming the field. I've never seen a person actually filming themselves storm on the field. So
Oh yeah, that'd be really cool.
I think I want to try to play a game where I know most of it, they can have a good chance of winning. Then get a GoPro or something equipped and attach like having one of the chest straps on
I
it.
have a head strap. I have a GoPro and a head strap.
So I see like people can play around like strap like around like here by your chest. So you just
Yeah.
do that and then take a video of it.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So that's why I thought the Penn State versus Ohio State game would be their best chance of doing it. Actually,
But Penn State never wins against. They never win against Ohio State, which is sad. I don't know if Penn State will ever beat Ohio State or Michigan. If Franklin's the coach. So
they
third
got pretty good.
down.
I'm on. I'm on like it's fourth down and it's like 19 seconds left.
All right. So they're gonna run the clock and then kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So they're gonna lose 6-12.
Unless they block it, of course.
Yep. So Durando with a pretty bad 11.5 performance in the first game of the yeah, the first player I had.
All right. And he drills it right down the middle.
Man.
The 49ers have 0 timeouts, so
Is this a scoregami?
I don't know.
No touchdowns on Thursday Night Football.
I mean,
Let's check.
a bunch of teams have won this year without throwing a single touchdown. Justin Fields against the Falcons, and what's his name? Jaden Daniels against the Giants.
15 NFL games with the final score of 12-6. Man, it is so unfortunate. Awful
Yeah.
game. That's 2 in a week. That 2 in a row. So we only have what 3 more weeks of Thursday night football, if that.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have another one before
Yeah.
the end of the season. That'd be nice.
Yeah. All right,
So Purdy
so
just gonna throw a dot.
there's 11 seconds left, but there's gonna be a flag for horse collar tackle on the Rams, so it's gonna give
Oh
them 4 yards.
man. I didn't realize how the NBA conferences were split up. That's so weird. I'm looking at ESPN tab as far as like the conferences and the divisions.
Yeah.
Like the Sixers, Celtics, Raptors, Knicks, and Nets. That kind of makes sense. I wouldn't have thought about that though. And then Central, Southeast, Northwest, Pacific, and Southwest. That's how it should be. I saw somebody
Yeah.
draw up the NFL divisions the other day where it was based on geography. They should do that too. They should redo the divisions.
Yeah. And let's see, with basketball and hockey, I know it's like they keep all the Eastern conferences on one side and then Western conferences on their own side, so like, they never.
Yep. Have to travel very far. Because, I mean, we've got AFC West, South, East, and North. And you got NFC West, South, East, and North. It's like, it's just dumb. Well, that really stinks with Garendo.
Yeah. The one thing I was thinking, NBA, the Clippers. Have you seen their stadium? Because it's like, super nice. It's pretty much
No.
it's a mini SoFi stadium they built for them.
What do you mean?
The what's their names? The Clippers. They have their own mini SoFi stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super
Wow.
cool.
That's cool.
So it's only 6 seconds left because Brock Purdy threw it like, completely off target. So that's like the final play right here. It's gonna be a
Come
nerd.
on, Purdy.
It's gonna be some crazy lateral play like the one against the Raiders.
It would be very nice to see it be Garendo.
And game ends in a sack.
Man. Well, 2 hours and 30 minutes later. So it would have been about a 3-hour game that we were sitting here on this.
Yeah.
But. And there's the drop back. Purdy throws. Incomplete. 6 seconds remaining. Whoever joined, thank you for watching. We finally have another viewer again after 30 minutes
Yeah.
without one. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you had a way better night than we did watching this game. It was still fun, though. We talked about a lot. But
Yeah.
that pretty much sums up the game. Purdy getting sacked. So goodbye, 49ers. Their playoff hopes are now over, pretty much.
Yeah, I think
And the Rams are looking pretty good. So, oh well, I guess Purdy's magic. Do you think they'd try to move on from him at all? Do you think there's a world where he does not re-sign They don't give him a contract and he walks.
I don't even know who they can get from. They might need to re-sign him, or potential they try to get Trey Lance back. I think they didn't even get to explore much with him.
Trade it back for Trey Lance?
Not trade him back. I think to at least try to sign him back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one because he played what 3 games and he got hurt, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's not a horrible thought.
yeah,
Man, I wish this game was better. We've been dealt 2 bad games. It's almost like I honestly wish that Collinsworth did oh, I promised my Chris Collinsworth impression. You want to hear it?
sure.
Oh, well, now here's a guy. Oh man, my voice. Oh, now here's a guy that's not really Mahomes, and he plays kind of like Patrick Mahomes. We have this guy that's Brock Purdy. We love Brock Purdy, but he's not really Mahomes. You see that Purdy kind of tries to be Mahomes, but it's not really. Uh, and Matthew Stafford winning games. It's kind of like what we see out of Patrick Mahomes, and it's just really, it's really he's the greatest player on the planet. I just don't know why that anyone just doesn't think that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest. I just don't know why. That's not that great because my voice hurts a little bit from doing it so much, but that wasn't that great. I could do Romo too, but I'll save you from hearing both in one night. You
Okay.
don't have to hear Romo. I'll do that next time. But yeah. Well, like I said, if you just joined us, thank you for watching again.
Yeah.
Feel free to subscribe to our channels. We have plenty of shorts and videos and live streams and Madden and baseball cards and college highlights and pretty much anything else you would want across the professional sports world. So he's Daily Dose of Sports. I'm Jacko's Sports and Cards. Subscribe to the Pro Sports Bros as well. That's our combined channel that we will eventually work on at some point. And other than that, hopefully you enjoyed our coverage for however you guys have been watching. Looks like we had about 26 people join this evening over roughly 2.5 hours. So that's pretty good. Average view of 5 minutes. So we were doing something right for a little bit. That's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have any closing parts other than good night? I'm going to sleep after boredom.
Probably that this game was a complete waste of 49ers time.
Yep,
Yeah, this was just a terrible game.
agreed. I wish it was better, but it was what it was.
Yeah.
Anyways, hopefully I don't know who the week fifth. Wait, this is week 15. I don't know who the week 16 Thursday night game will be, but maybe we'll have to do that
It's
one.
gonna be the Patriots. Not the Patriots,
Okay,
Chargers, Broncos.
it's who?
The Patriots and Broncos. Not the Patriots, Broncos. Broncos and Chargers.
Oh yes. So wait, this is week 15. Oh, that's right, because we have 18 weeks now. I always forget that. So yes, next week's Broncos Chargers, so I probably won't be there. And then the
Yeah.
following week is we've got that'll be the day after Christmas. And I'll be leaving for Cincinnati the next day. So I don't know.
Are you going out
If,
to like a game or something? Or you're just going
yep,
out?
I'm going out to the Bengals Broncos.
Oh, really?
So I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, that'll be very
That's
nice.
gonna be
My
a good.
cousin,
It's actually gonna be a good game.
yeah, I hope. And it's at 1 o'clock, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm planning on going pretty early, and tailgating. Hopefully, I don't get beat up at all. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to find the hotel where the Broncos players are staying and see if I can't get into the lobby or whatever and see some of them. I highly doubt that'll happen. But you never know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will do it, I guess. Other than that, you said it was a bad game, so I guess I'll apologize too on behalf of the NFL. And thank you guys again, whoever watched. Hopefully, you guys, if you're still watching at this point of a replay of it, feel free to go back and listen to our, I guess you could call it advice or just talk. This was fun. Hopefully, we can do it
Yeah.
again. Maybe we'll have to do a Monday night game or even a Sunday game. But yeah, anyways, anything else?
No, I can think of.
Alrighty. Thanks again for doing this, and thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.